When I was younger, I used to think it was super cool to sleep with as many women as possible. And I think it was some sort of external validation. I think ultimately I was looking for validation that I was good looking enough, had good enough game, girls found me attractive, and it was this kind of ego thing. And I'd hang around with a lot of masculine dudes when I was younger. I was always that kind of kid that, tried to be cool and actually was cool. But we would always compete and be like, who's gonna sleep with the most amount of girls? Oh yeah, I slept with this many girls, and oh, I'm beating you at the moment. And there was this competition. I've always had this sort of competitive nature. Now that I'm a bit older, things have changed, and I've realized that chasing meaningless sex is terrible for your demeanor, for your soul. It doesn't feel good, and there's this real classic saying, which I completely agree with: post nut clarity, right? Recently, last year actually, specifically, when I did have meaningless sex, as soon as I climaxed, I was literally horrified. I was like, ugh, who the hell is this? Get away from me. What have I just done? I'm done. I'm completely finished here. Like, get away from me, get out of my face. And it's at these points that I've started to realize that meaningless sex is just no longer for me. And I don't know how this has transpired, but I think it's a case of maturing, getting older, and looking for more wholesome experiences, looking for more wholesome relationships, right? I love now sleeping with a girl that I've built some kind of rapport with over time. So when I was in Miami, I slept with two girls that I have known for about a year or two. And I'd slept with them before, and we're like friends, and we kind of built something. Like, I mean, they're into me. I'm like not massively into them. They're super cute, they're hot, they're nice girls, but I don't know, I just don't love them. But sleeping with them was a much more wholesome experience rather than sleeping with a stranger. And so after years and years of getting laid, I mean, I this is going to sound pretty disgusting, but I lost my virginity at 14 years old at a house party in my friend's father's office. It was disgusting. I literally put the condom in an envelope that I found in the office when I was done, and like chucked it into the garbage bin. And the sex must have lasted like 2 minutes. It was the worst experience at 14 years old. And then, of course, the next person I had sex with was my first ever girlfriend. No, I think she was my second ever girlfriend. And that was at 16, 17 years old. And I actually loved that girl. So that was very meaningful. And it was a beautiful experience. Now, after that, I don't know why I decided to go on some sort of rampage. And now looking back on it, it was some sort of validation. I was definitely seeking some sort of validation as to, can I conquer? Some Genghis Khan mission of how many women can I conquer? How many women can I sleep with? Yeah, I walk in a room. Yeah, I want to be the man in this room. I want to be the alpha male. I want to dominate this room. And if I dominate this room, I want to dominate the women around this room, and I want to sleep with them. And yeah, they want to be with me, and I just need to let loose. And boom, I've had sex, and now it's over. And then on to the next one. I'm out the next night, and I'm like, yeah, I've got that sex walk, like I've just had sex, and who's next? Now I'm like, what the fuck? What's wrong with me? Either I was just young, a bit immature, was looking for validation, external validation from other people. Now I don't really care about what other people think as much. I'm much more in my own insular world. I'm like, look, I'm cool, I'm happy, I do what I need to do. If I don't go out, I don't go out. If you don't like me, you don't like me. It doesn't really matter. And that might be a sign of maturity, but that's also probably a sign of experience, right? If you've never been laid before, then you can't have this conversation, nor should you be speaking like this. But given that I've been laid, that's not going to sound great, but around 250 times, around that sort of figure, which is a lot for the average person. Apparently, the average man sleeps with like 7 people in his whole entire life. Right, and I'm not sure what it was. There were a bunch of different techniques that I could sit here and talk about, which helped me get laid as a youngster. But now, it doesn't impress me. That number doesn't impress me. I don't feel like boasting about it. I actually felt quite disgusted when I just told you that number. And now I'm kind of done with meaningless sex. I'd much rather it really mean something. And the only time I find that I'm after meaningless sex is when I'm fueled with vices, right? So if I'm fueled with alcohol, I'm fueled with drugs, then I'm like, back into that mode. Like I've lost my inner core. My like me at my best is me when I'm sober. I'm doing dry Jan, and I'm my best. I'm like best energy. I'm good. I'm a good vibe. I'm nice. I'm bouncing around the place. On a night out, if I smash a few drinks and I'm like getting involved with whatever substances people give me, I'm like, back into that mode, like warrior mode. Who am I gonna fuck tonight? Like, nah. And it turns into this beast mode. And I don't want to be that beast anymore. I just don't want to be that guy. I'm not about that. I want to be that kind of like suave James Bond type character who picks and chooses. Like I've picked her. I want her. She's the one I want. I'm going to work on her. And if I go home alone, that's absolutely fine. Right? I used to base my night around, have I gone home with someone? What a fucking strange way to base your evening. I now don't base my nights around who I've gone home with. I base my nights around, have I been around the people I want to be with? Was it a fun, wholesome night? Did I dance? Was the music good? I'm really into music. You know, I love my DJing now. I DJ house music. I bought my DJ kit, as you can see there behind me, to Romania. I'm traveling with me. It's like traveling everywhere with me. But that's what it's more about for me now. Who am I with? Did I have a good vibe? Like, what did I do today? What am I going to wake up and do tomorrow? Now, when I was like 23, I was like, who did I bang? Did I get laid? Yeah. Well, how did she look? And then my friends are like, oh, bro, she was a 5 out of 10, bro. Horrible. Oh, yeah, fuck you, bro. Who have you slept with? Yeah. Oh, last week you didn't see the 7 out of 10 I banged, did you? And it was this kind of like macho competitive chat. And now I'm like, fuck all that, right? I'm still competitive, but we don't need to be so macho about it. So I'm not as into meaningless sex anymore. And I'm looking forward now to going to Dubai and meeting one of the girls that I met 5 or 6 years ago who adores me. You know, she really loves me, and I'm looking forward to seeing her and having someone who has that connection with me, rather than going and building a new connection with some random bitch and sleeping with her and then feeling like the man for about 4 seconds, which is how long a man's orgasm basically lasts. And then after that, the post-nut clarity kicks in, and I'm like, horrified, get me away from her. Get out of here, get out of my house. I don't want to be that dude anymore. And so I do wonder about your experiences and how I can help you, because I can help you get laid, but I can also help you understand that life isn't about that, right? I'm not here to necessarily teach you exactly what to text her, how to get laid, and you know, how to get a blowjob in the toilets and some weird shit that I've done in the past, sleeping, you know, smashing some chick in the bathroom of a Miami toilet, like a fucking filth bag. What a filth bag. Looking back on that now, it's like, yeah, great experience. It was all fun, but it's a bit cringe as well at the same time. So do let me know in the comments how I could actually help you. I need to design more videos that are helpful to you. Okay? Given my vast and deep experience of life, I would love to be able to help you. So are you looking to get laid? Are you looking to find a meaningful relationship? Are you struggling to approach women? How can I help you? How can I better serve you, my people, towards your goals, right? Because I'm in this stage now where I want to hang around the girls that adore me, that want to be with me, that I've known for years. And when I'm going to certain places like Dubai, I have women there, actually 2 of them, one that I'm looking forward to seeing, but 2 of them who adore me, who want to be with me, who wanted to marry me. And so I'm closer to those experiences. I still love talking to strangers. I still love approaching girls. I still love to see that I've got it. But really to get them into bed just to blow a load for man's orgasm lasts literally a bunch of seconds. After that, I know how I'm going to feel, so I can kind of foresee that. So I'm not really as into the meaningless sex anymore.